Hi, welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing? You're right, it is incredibly hot here. It is insane. I've thrown my hair up, I'm all shiny and sweaty and gross, but it's so hot, but I thought I'd film a video for you anyway. So I'm doing a haul, as you can probably tell from the title below. So Dan and I went into London for a few days to kind of visit his brother and to have a look around, and we obviously picked up some bits while we were there. But I'm going to start off with bits that I got before we went to London, but I'm going to do kind of what Dan got and also what I got, because you guys might be interested. But I surprisingly didn't get that much from London, but Dan did. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the bits that I picked up, and then I'm going to move on to the bits that Dan picked up. But as some of you may or may not know, I am going to university in September. I got accepted to go into my first choice, which I'm so happy about. Yeah, I'm moving on the 12th of September, so this greenery will probably change, and that will be exciting, and we'll see how that goes and how I'm able to put up videos and stuff for my workload. But I've been looking for a clock. I'm one of those people that needs a clock on the wall or a clock in my room that's not I've got a tiny one that's about this big, and that's kind of facing my bed, and I want one that's easy glance, can tell the time, and I haven't been able to find one, but I found this one today. It's just a circle clock. It's not 6 o'clock, it's just not got any batteries in. It's made of wood, kind of like that, got some stands so it can stand up. Yeah, I believe this was £12.99 from Dunelm, and I just thought it was just really easy to be able to go with everything. I can see it. I'm not that I'm I don't need glasses, I don't struggle to tell the time, but you know when you just you're in a rush, you just want to look at the clock and you don't want to be oh, you know, I don't want to keep, my phone time is wrong, I've just got my iPod and I'm oh, you know, I just want an easy look at clock. So I picked up this one, which I thought was really nice. Before we went away again, got this a while ago, not that long ago, about a few days, a week, that's not really a while ago, is it? Dan and I had been looking for an address book, but not for not names of addresses, not addresses of people, but addresses for websites, because now I've got so many passwords, I'm I just don't know where I'm at with them. So we found in Tiger, actually, in Peterborough, this is upside down, this address book. It's just this size, and if you open it, it's got all the usual kind of, you know, A, B, C, D, but it's blank inside. So you can write down your, you can write down the website and then your username, your password for it, and just any details you need without, you know, any problem really. It's just so much easier. Just look how easy this is. You're what's my Facebook username and password? Go onto it. Not that that's Facebook, because that's G, but you're I don't know, I'm going to go with G, I don't know, Google, and you're there it is, there's all my Google information. I just thought it's just so easy, because I've got a sheet of paper I've had since I was I don't know, maybe 10, and I've written stuff down and it's just a mess. So yeah, I picked up that. A while ago in Boots, maybe not that while ago, I picked up the News Maybelline palette, eyeshadow palette, which looks like this. I'll open it for you. It's got one of these, what are these called? One of these things in it. Don't use it anyway. But it's got these, how many colours? 4, 8, 12 colours. Sorry, it should look like this. There's mattes and shimmeries, there's kind of neutral, there's natural kind of peachy tones, there's browns, some golds, glitteries, and mattes, and a black, which is always very useful, and I've been really enjoying using this palette. I think it's great, it's just so easy to use, and the colour payment actually is really good. I've been using this gold here quite a lot, just that shimmery one, and I thought it might be oh, you know, slightly shimmery, but no, it's really glittery and it's really good. I would highly recommend it. Okay. I'm going to do this kind of, I know in the video I was stuff I picked up from London, but it's not all going to be from London, and I know some of the stuff I'm going to show isn't from shops in London, but some of it is, so I hope that's okay and you can understand, because I can't really be bothered to be oh, I got this from London and not this, because I've already filmed this twice, so I've gotten really confused. So I'll tell you the shop, and if it's in London then it's from London, if it's not then it's not. Anyway, I am a big fan of Urban Outfitters and Brandy Melville, but sadly I didn't actually find any clothing in either of them. In Brandy there was stuff that I was like, I had similar of already, and I was like, well, I don't need another white stripy t-shirt with black stripes on it. I was like, I don't need another one. But in Urban Outfitters I found this book. Now I'm doing a fashion course, I'm doing like fashion buying, and I thought this would be really interesting. It's not stuff, it's inside it's got stuff like here, like the fashion designer as artist, the changing room. I've not read all of this book, I've read like the first couple of chapters and I think it's really interesting. The blurb says, fashion matters to the economy, to society and to each of us personally. Faster than anything else, what we wear tells the story of who we are and who we want to be. I thought it was an interesting book because it's not stuff like fashion matters because you want to look pretty, don't you? Like it's a lot deeper than that. It's kind of more about like the economy and how it helps, and I just thought it might be a really good reference. It might not be, I might never even need it in my course, but I actually found it really interesting of what I have read. So I thought I'd pick that up, and that was £9.95 from Urban Outfitters. But if you do have a student discount card, if you didn't know, they do accept student discount. So if you like shopping there and you don't have a student discount card, definitely pick one up. From Two Seasons, I picked up a t-shirt and a jumper. Now not at the same time because this is going to actually look really bad, but I do really like the design of these. But you'll understand what I say. Anyway, first of all, I picked up this jumper, which looks like this, just a black jumper. It's kind of got fans here off the original blah blah blah, and then it's got kind of the massive section back. You can see that it's black and it's just a jumper and it's really soft. It's really soft inside. We were actually in a town local to us and it was cold and we nipped into Two Seasons because we was going to have a look round, and I was like, I really want a jumper, really cold, so I picked this one up. Oh, I forgot to say, this book I think is was £3 from Tiger, and I have no idea how much this was, but it was from Boots. I think it was like £12 or something, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, back to the jumper. Got this, and it was definitely a splurge item, but it's something I've been looking at for like a really long time, and I believe it was £50, which I know is a lot. Was it 50 or was it less actually? Just checking my calendar, it's running out. I was like, oh, I don't want it to burn. Was it 50? It might have originally been 50, but I got it for cheaper. It might be like 35. I'm not sure, but yeah, this is my jumper and I love it. And then, not that long ago, we were on the other day, we went back to a different Two Seasons. We were just like having a look around, and we were in Vans in London, and I picked up some shoes which I'll show you in a second. But I've been looking for these t-shirts because, do you remember like back in the 90s, this sounds like really, is it 90s or early 2000s, but they're in now, the long sleeve t-shirts with like, I've got the one with black sleeves and the white middle section. Do you remember those? I remember when I was younger I really wanted one. I was like, what, 4 or something. I remember seeing them on TV, probably like S Club 7 were wearing one or something, and I really wanted one, and obviously like they went out of fashion, and then obviously now they're back in, and I'm really happy about it because I'm like, yes, I love those t-shirts. But I saw one in Vans that was, I think it was grey and had like black sleeves or something. I really wanted it in London, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna get it. I've got so many t-shirts, it's like I don't need any more t-shirts, put it down. So I left it. Oh, and I found this funniest t-shirt. It was white and then had a pocket on it, and it had, someone had like stitched into it, wish you weren't here. I thought it was really funny, so I really want it because it's so funny. It's like, I don't know, I thought it was hilarious. Anyway, but Dan went to buy some shoes the other day which are coming tomorrow, but it's his birthday tomorrow, so I wasn't really going to film tomorrow, and you know, anyway, but yeah, we were in there and I was like, oh, there's this other t-shirt that looks really nice, it matches my jumper incredibly well. And Dan was like, oh, you might as well get it, you need t-shirts, kind of. But yeah, so I picked up this one, which is exactly the same as my jumper, just in white, as you can see. But I really love this design. I just like, because usually Vans is obviously the big, like across the chest, it's like Vans. And I've worn Vans shoes for quite a while. How old am I? For about 5-6 years. I've worn, no, more than that. I don't know, 6 to 8 years. I've worn them for a really long time now. So I've tried skateboarding, was useless at it, so my friend used to just kind of pull me. I used to sit on the skateboard and he would like pull or push me. So that is my skating amount. So I do apologise if that really angers you that I don't skate but wear Vans. But I wore Vans before I kind of realised they were like skating shoes. Anyway, but they were originally tennis shoes, so please don't get angry with me. Anyway, if that annoys you. But yeah, this is a this is a men's t-shirt. So I obviously got it in a size small, but as you know, I wear leggings, so it covers my bum perfectly, which I love. And I wear so much black that I was like, I just wanted something to kind of brighten up my face a little bit. I've got grey on today, which is a difference. But yeah, I think this was £22, and the guy in the shop actually told me that that design with the little section, obviously these designs here, are exclusive to 2 Seasons, and even Vans don't have that design, which I thought was actually really strange considering Vans is Vans, but yet they don't have all of the product, which I thought was quite strange. But apparently Vans were getting like really leery about it and they were getting quite annoyed. But it's not my drama, but yeah. I have forgotten something that I picked up because I was going to do a really nice transition, like Vans, Dan, blah 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 blah, but no, I ruined it. Anyway, I was in Illamasqua looking for a lipstick for my friend's birthday, which she wanted. No, yeah, I was in Illamasqua and I saw this lip liner, which is called Assert. And if I swatch it for you, it's so pretty. If you can see, it's a really nice, like pinky red shade. It's so pretty. Anyway, and I was looking and I was like, no, it's probably going to be like 20 quid. I'm like, I don't want to spend it on a lip liner. I was like, seems a bit stupid. Does that sound bad? I was just spending 50 quid on a jumper and I'm like, oh, 20 quid lip liner, how do you But I went over and I was like, how much are your lip liners? And she was like £16, and I was like, oh, like it's still expensive. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I kind of looked at how long they are, and compared to what I'm used to, this is really quite long. And I've never bought anything from Illamasqua before, and I was like, Dan was like, go on, treat yourself, you know, it's just one thing. You haven't bought anything that you particularly don't need. Apart from that t-shirt was after I bought this, okay? So he was like, just get it, like why not? So I did, and I picked it up, and I think it's a really nice colour. I've worn it once so far, which doesn't sound that great, but I haven't really had much chances to wear it, and I don't want to kind of use it up really quickly because every time I sharpen an eyeliner or a lip pencil, it breaks, and it just doesn't work. But I wore it just on its own, nothing else, and I believe I ate in it and drank in it, and Dan said that it was still on and it looked perfectly fine. So I would definitely recommend you guys pick one of these up. And it's such a nice colour, it's just so pretty. It's like a pinky red, it's really nice. So yeah, there's that. MAC makeup isn't really working for me, it's just too thick. I've been using the MAC Studio Fix and it's just breaking my skin out insanely. So I went over to the Clarins lady in, I think, House of Fraser, and she was like, yeah, MAC is no good for your skin, it is caking you. And I was like, I know. So she was like, let me try some foundation on you. And I was like, okay, go for it. And I ended up taking the Evermatte SPF 15 oil-free skin balancing foundation, which is a squeezy bottle like this. Now I was spending £30 on the MAC one, and I believe this is 27, which is not that much of a saving, but it's something. And it is, I believe it's smaller. Did I check? I don't know, my MAC foundation isn't at Dan's, it's actually at my parents' house, so I can't really check. But this is the right colour for my skin, which is brilliant, and it seems to be working really well actually. It's not, I've got spots anyway that I'd already had, but it seems to be, my skin feels a lot kind of freer and I don't feel so caked, and I've been really enjoying it so far. So yeah, I am in the colour 104 Cream. I don't know if cream adds anything or if I'm just being like 104 foundation. I don't know, I've not really bought from Clarins, but yeah, that's my shade. Back to Vans, even though I wanted to do this in a really nice order. I wanted some more shoes because I've got grey Vans. Actually no, I've got black slip-on Vans which have got holes in. I've got my grey Vans which are wrecked, and I've got a pair of black Vans which have got holes in. And I was like, I kind of want some shoes without holes in, that would be great. Like, I don't know what it is, I think I walk like an elf. I think I walk like this and my feet are like, oh, let's make holes in. So I've been looking kind of like on Tumblr and stuff because I'm on Tumblr a lot. And if you'd like to be able to follow me, and if you'd like to follow me on Tumblr, my Tumblr is called Giraffelet. I believe it's giraffe with a hyphen and then let. Or does it have a hyphen? I'm not sure, but you'll find me as a picture of like some girl with brown hair and a tabby cat like in front of her face. That's me. You're welcome to follow me if you'd like to. Bit of self-promotion there, but I'm always on Tumblr. Anyway, and these girls were wearing like really cute, like skater dresses, really cute dresses, and like boots or trainers. I've got a big problem with boots, not the fact that I don't like them or they don't fit, but the fact that I'm incredibly picky of boots. I just don't really find any I like. So instead I kind of got something that's not at all waterproof but goes a little bit higher, and they are these. These are Vans Skate, I think. They've definitely got like SK8 in the title anyway, but they look like this. They basically look like Converse, but they're from Vans. And I had Converse before when I was, must have been like 12, 13. And I remember the sole just got wrecked completely. It was just everywhere, it was ridiculous. And that's not put me off them at all. I would totally buy them again, but I just preferred the Vans. And I've got a lot of other Vans, so I like to keep them all matching. But yeah, I picked these up. I believe these were £50, but I had been eyeing them up for ages and I'd saved for them, and I was like 100% going to London, going to Vans, I'm buying these. So this is the one thing I was like 100% I want, and I actually picked up. They've got kind of I'm assuming it's cardboard like up to here to kind of support your foot, and then it's just the fabric upwards. But they've got, if you can see, little designs, kind of the stitching surrounds to make a bit more detail on them. That's the view that you will see if you want to purchase them. But yeah, really, the only problem I have with these is with my really thin, flat feet. I have to do them up so tight, and then when I go to get them back on again, it's so tight here that my foot, obviously when you come in, I can't do it. So that stresses me out. But apart from that, I really like them actually. They're really comfy, they look nice, they are shoes. But with the fact that this waterproof black bit comes slightly further over the toe a tad, it stops this section of your foot getting wet. You know, usually when you're walking in puddles, well, you don't usually walk in puddles, but walking in the rain, usually toes get wet. This keeps them actually quite covered. So yeah, these are my shoes that I really wanted. Yeah. So now I'm going to move on to stuff that Dan picked up. Actually, moving on to Dan and keeping the theme, he also got some shoes, but he didn't get his from Vans, he got his from Tom's. I believe that he actually got them online. They look like this. I don't know what they're called. How much did they say they were? I'm going to say £40 maybe? I'm not 100% sure. If I find anything in this haul, I'll put a link below for it if I find it. They're like this, they're lace up, they've got that, if you've had Tom's before you know what I mean by that instep insole bit just inside. Fabric, he says they're really comfy. Yeah, just kind of look like that, really, just some shoes. From Next, he picked up this red and black checkered shirt, which I actually have one similar of this, but mine's got bigger checkers. I had mine first, so he's copying me. But yeah, this was about £25, I think. It's quite thick material, I think. Let me check. Yeah, reasonably thick, and it's really soft, and it's just a checkered shirt. Yeah, really. It's just a nice shirt here if you're looking for a shirt. In Urban Outfitters, there were 4 shirts which were the same but different. So you're probably like, what? But basically they were like the same patterns, but the colours were all different, but you could tell they were kind of together, like by the same person. And Dan picked up this one, I believe it was about £55, but it's really soft and it's really, really nice. It's from Shore Leave for Urban Outfitters, which says civilization ends at the waterline. But I really love this shirt. I just think it's so, so nice. I just really like it. There was one of the other ones I know had kind of like blues and yellows in it with the same kind of pattern. So if you're looking for some shirts, Urban have definitely got some really, really nice ones in. Dan is a big fan of Ben Sherman, which I'm also. If you've ever been into the London store in Soho, they've got a book in there which's got kind of like their history in it, and I'm really interested in kind of the history of fashion, of like what they wore in the 30s, like the 50s, blah, etc, etc. They've got a book which shows you kind of what the mods wear from Ben Sherman, what the skinheads kind of wore, and it's really cool to see the transitions. So while Dan was like buying shirts, trying them on, I was like flicking through this book, but he picked up this shirt, which I believe was £60, I think. It's just a light blue. It's kind of a more wearable, in the sense like it's a rougher material. It's blue with white in it, but obviously it's a bit difficult to see. It just looks like this, and it's got a little pocket with the label on it. And yeah, really, it's just a really nice shirt. Love Ben Sherman. It says the true Oxford shirt. He's also got from there like a jacket and some other shirts and stuff, which was so nice. But they've got, I think in the door, I'm not sure, but like a proper like blue, or they did have once, like a blue suit, which I was like is really nice. And I was like, oh. Okay, moving on to the last 2 things which we picked up, which are pretty much the same, is this jumper, which is a grey one from Element from 2 Seasons, which looks like this, which is again really, really soft. And then the exact same one in navy blue. So, you know, it's fine for him to get both because, you know, they're different colours, so it's fine. Those 2 jumpers were, I believe, £25 each, or like 50. It couldn't have been 50 for 2 because that's a really obvious kind of thing. Might have been less for 2. Or was it like 20 for 1? I don't know, it was between 20 and 25, and then also like 50 for them both. But they're really soft and really warm, and they look really nice on, I must say, they look really, really good. So yeah, there's them. I think that's everything. I think that is the end of my haul. Yeah, feeling quite, I'm not sure what to do with myself now. I'm like, oh, it's finished. Oh, if you guys are wondering, on my lips, I have on the New Look Raspberry Strawberry lipstick. It looks like this. It's a matte one, and I mentioned it in my vlog, that's Lily's Walk vlog thingy, at the end, and this is what it looks like on. Just in case you were wondering. But yeah, that is the end of my haul, and I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a like. And if you're enjoying my videos, please subscribe, that would be great. I'm trying to build my channel, so I'm only at the very beginning, as you could tell. So yeah, if you enjoyed it, do that stuff, that'd be great. Thank you so much for watching, I'll see you again soon, bye!